What's up, everybody? It is time for another episode of the Let's Talk Stock Show. It's crazy out here, man. Gosh, woke up, turned on the app, looking at the futures. Sorry, I can't speak. Dow up 240 whatever points. I'm like, oh, man. All right, looks like we had all-time highs. Here it is. Dow surges 250 points. But right now, it's only down 192. Some interesting things are happening right now. So I'm like, oh, man, I guess I got to buy this market. I had always said if this SPY, well, this is the SPX index, reaches this was the high right here, okay? That one. When was that? May 1st or so. I always said, well, I had sold just a little bit down May 4th, and I was like, I'm not getting in until this thing is an all-time high. And when I sold right around here, I was a genius, man. I was a genius. I was like, oh, yeah, look at that out there, and they'll call the top. And then the rally back happened so fast. So fast. I mean, you want to know how fast it happened? I'm going to go ahead and click this first day up. Right? Oh, shoot. I messed up my lines. Let's click the... Oh, man. Here we go. All right, let's try it again. All right, so 14 days, up 7.13%. It's almost like a year gain on a regular kind of market. In 13 days. Crazy. Just crazy. So I just said, okay. So I was like, and look at, by the way, let me just show you this. If I go ahead and click this and just go right here, that's basically the trend. Look at that angle, 81%. Degrees. Like straight up is 90 degrees. Like this way is 0 degrees. 90. It went up on an angle of 80. Well, now it's saying 80%. 80% angle. Straight. That's almost straight up. If that was a roller coaster, you'd say, hell no, I ain't riding that. If it was like an 80% downgrade, right? Like that. Imagine stocks went down like that. People are like scared. Well, if it goes up like that, shouldn't you be scared too? I mean, that's a crazy rate of ascent. Anyway, all right, so here we are. I had said if it reaches that, I got to get in, man. I'm wrong. That was the line in the sand I always had when I sold. And I think when you sell, you always should say, because the hard part is getting back in. I think you should always say, man, this is where I'm going to get back in. And this is where it was, So I didn't lose too much, or I should say not lose, but miss out on a lot of gains because I got out early. I almost got out right around here. But I'm going to wait. I know I said it. I'm getting in. And by the way, I want you to know, I've been trying to get in ever since down here. I was waiting. Let me change to the right, different, Anyway, you can see the gaps. And I just couldn't get a pullback. There was no pullback in sight. It was just every day. Gap up, gap up, gap up, gap up, gap. And you're just like, oh, can you just come down a couple hundred points? And it kind of did it this day. Just a little bit. And then it went sideways. That's where I should have gotten it. And it looked like a great buy point. But I wanted to get down. I wanted to come down and just retrace it 50% or so I can get in. What's up, Cashmanic? I missed you yesterday when you came in. I'm sorry. I signed off and then I saw you. I was like, man, are you buying SPY? No, I am. So that's what I'm saying. Not now. Actually, when the market opened up, I shorted. I sold some more SPX way to 10%. So like 15 days, 10 deltas, I sold them. I think it was a 345, 350, 30, 45, 30, 50. So somewhere up here. And so far it's working out because the market's kind of going. I was like, man, there's no way it's going to sustain. So I'll go over to some of the trades I did this morning in a minute. So I was saying, I'm all lost for words. What was I saying? Anyway, it was just basically crazy, waiting for that pullback to happen. It never did. Look at this gap up today. It's just crazy. And I knew we was going to all-time highs. I knew we was going to actually test this out. Now, we ain't there until we close. We got to close above it. But I'm going to wait until Monday because I think this weekend is witching Friday and options, quad, triple, one of them witching days. And let that play out. and then let's see what happens Monday. So my goal is to basically, let's go to the weekly charts, is to get it if the weekly closes above, basically. So I'm going to wait for that to close above it, and you can see how it went right there. The weekly is an easy picture. We got today and we got tomorrow to finish that candle. Is it going to close above the high? Right now, it reached the high. It's not at the high right now. And if you look above my head, you can see the minute chart on the SPX. So, this morning I was selling. I was selling high, selling above the market, the calls. And so far, I look like a genius. So far. Haven't been much lately. And I also bought, I sort of, I've been liking Facebook ever since that crypto thing, but I don't know if this is going to be a great trade because it's not going my way. Anyway, I sold the 175s, 170, somewhere around there. Let me get rid of that. I'm telling you, man, I just can't draw. Here we go. This will make you draw a straight line. There it is. See, look, I can't mess that up. 175, 170, 20, 30 days out. Because I just think it's going to kind of hold up there. I think that's a pretty good trade. I think that was like 20 deltas or so. Is it on here? Let me see. No, I must have did it on my other account. So anyway, yeah, I don't even know. I get lost. I trade 3 accounts. I get lost what I do. I just do trades. I'm like, yeah, let me do it on this account. I kind of look at the positions in each account and be like, yeah, I'll go ahead. This one needs some more positions, or this one needs less. I know it's kind of weird. Anyway, but it's just the way I do it. It's just the way I do it. So Cashmatic, what are you doing, man? How are you handling this? I mean, this was a great rally. And like I said, I feel bad that I missed it. And I've just been scared. So I haven't been doing much. I had a couple iron condos on playing out. And I had some iron condos. I totally sold the put side this morning, and let the call side run and sold even more call spreads, high. So I think that could be a good trade. Interesting thing here. Okay, look at the VIX today. And this is what's, should have you worried. The VIX never really participated in that rally. It was going down, but not, if the market's up 300, the Dow, the VIX should be down substantially. It was always down like 2%. It was creeping down. So let's look at the 1 minute, and you can see basically the VIX has been going damn near straight up since the market opened. So that's why it's going down. I mean, so right now the VIX is positive. So if the Dow is up right now 199 points, and it's a positive VIX, so people's buying those puts. And I think everybody's like, it just, that's not good. I wish I could press a mute button. Sorry about that. Choking on my spit or coffee or something. Positive VIX. So I just think that, I forgot what I was going to say. I lost for words. Yeah, that's crazy. People's buying puts, people scared. People, I just feel that it went up too far, too fast. That's what I think. A little too far, too fast. And if you want to really get into it, you're thinking, we're going up. We're at all-time highs, and the recession is looming. They're going to cut interest rates because of the slowdown. And that's not a condition to be all-time highs. All-time highs, everything is supposed to be going great, like 2000, all the dot-com bubble, everything was great. 2008 even, everything was great with the, before the crash, home mortgages and everybody buying a home, just prosperity everywhere, But now there's no prosperity, and we're at all-time highs. So it just seems backwards. I even think, I think even 87 had that, prosperity kind of things was doing good. I think interest rates was, people was doing better because interest rates was crazy in the 80s. I don't remember too much back then, so maybe I shouldn't speak on it. But I know the 2000, everything was great. Everybody was doing good, 401ks. People got a lot of money in there from all that rallying in the 90s, and everybody feeling good. Anyway, the recession's looming. The 10-year went below 2%. That's crazy, man. Give the government your money for 10 years. And they're only going to pay you 2% a year. Or less than 2%. That's crazy, man. That's like, you could probably get a CD better than that. and we're at all-time highs. It just doesn't even make sense to me. So you got that angle, and I don't know, man. It doesn't. I'm not saying the market is gonna go down. I'm just looking for temporary. I just want to look a pullback. I'm with it. I'm with you. I want to get in there. Just give me a little pullback so I can get in. But forget the pullback, because I said if we reach all-time highs, I'm getting in regardless. And it's just that's just like triple top action. Definitely a double top. I would never get in right here. That's what's kind of got me like, I said I was going to get in, but damn, look at that run. I thought the run to get in would go, could I draw a line? Let me see. No, let's get rid of the price level. I'll just draw a trend line like this. I thought the run to the all-time highs would be like this. It's doing something like that. Boom, we at all-time highs, and then it keeps kind of going higher. That's when I was like, yeah, get back in, all-time highs, not a 80% incline back into the highs, like that rocket ship taking off. So that's what makes it kind of scary. But, so I said I was going to get in. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do now. So, yeah, that's where I stand. So I told you I sold the SPX way up here. I think that might be a good trade. Short term, 15 days. I did a butterfly on Amazon. Let me see what it's doing. Oh, wow, it's dropped. I sold 2.9. Let's see if I can look at it, because I think it was right here. I got all these crazy positions on in Amazon. Oh, and I also sold the call spread in Amazon. So here's the call. Let's look at the call spread. And right there. Basically, yeah, I sold the can't, my eyes. The 2030 and the 2040. July 5. I think that's 15 days or so. Yeah, 15 days out. And you can see where it's trading now, which is right here. So that's a pretty good trade, I think. Look, it came out the gate. It's going down. And, so I think I should be profitable on that trade. It depends. I always said I've been getting away from the single stocks because I'm the single stock risk. I don't need the Amazon to get 3 upgrades tomorrow or Monday, and then it's up 100 points. And I'm like, but if you look at Amazon, let's look at Amazon from the bottom to the top. This thing is up 256 points in 16 days. Okay, so I sold, it has to go up at least another 100 points. This is crazy. That's crazy. So I did that. And then I also did a butterfly. And I'm going to go over here. Let's highlight it. And you can see kind of what the trade looks like. Let's kind of look at this. It's kind of a broken wing, a weird broken wing butterfly. So right now it's trading right here. No, right here. So this is 15 days. If you look at the theta, let's go ahead and open this up. Where's the, I want the live one. I get the theta's at 18, so around $18 a day in theta. It's not linear, so every day it'll be more. And you can see if it goes down from here, just straight down, I can't lose. As long as it goes down, I'm doing good. Trade's working out well. But right now the delta is minus 10. It actually changed. I think when I put it on, it was closer to 0, like 4 or 5. I can't remember. But you see what it already dropped from 1930 to 1915. So I guess the trade is, yeah, right here. It says PL for the day, 36. So it's making a little money. And of course, if it goes up, there's upgrades or just, Amazon's doing great again. The most I can lose there is 1481. You can see that over here above my head, and that's if it closes up there. If it goes up there tomorrow, you can see, let's say if it's 1970 tomorrow, I'll lose 440. It gives me time to get out the trade. Now, hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, Amazon ran like crazy. It's been running like crazy. So, hopefully, hey, Life Like I, what's up, babes? Anyway, so, yeah, I'm not really worried about the upside. I just want to kind of play it. I want it to hang around here and slightly drift lower. And if you could look at the chart, you can see why. Because it's reaching that double top. My lines are terrible. Let me close this line. Move that drawing and put a price line in there. There we go. I think that's a little better. And let's zoom in. So you can see how it, once it reaches here, I think it just kind of, flop around. If it goes down, man, that's even great. If it goes down like it did this morning, great. I'm going to be closing this trade out early. But if it goes sideways, that's all I wanted to do. Sideways, it could even go up a little bit. Anyway, so that's the trade. I put on that. And then I talked about the Facebook trade. Let's see how that's doing better. It's starting to come back. And I sold way down here to 175s. I was waiting to get in this trade for a couple of days. I was watching it. And then they came out with that whole crypto and it blasted to the moon. And I was like, oh, man, I was just getting ready to get in there. When I say get in there, sell some puts against it. Because I think this is the best of the FANG. And everybody, talking heads, I think, kind of agree. And I think it's going to run into earnings. Facebook is a stock that likes to run into earnings, by the way. So it's getting close to that time. So this is hopefully the market can hold up. Because if the market kind of goes down, if everybody's like, oh, it's crazy now, it's going to bring all these things down. Look at the VIX, still climbing, all-time high. It's at the high of the day, basically. Look at the this is the daily on the VIX. Look at that candle it's drawing right there. Wow. It's drawing a hammer candle at the bottom of the range. That's not good. Look at the stochastics getting ready to turn up. So I had some Q puts on straight up, and I sold them. They just lost money. I sold them. I wanted to keep them on. But, honest, truth is, nobody knows where the market's going. All I know, I was losing position. I was like, let me just get rid of it. I just chalk it up as a bad trade. I wanted to keep it on, though, but I should have kept it on. So I wound up changing it, basically, and then selling SPX, out of the money. But there it is. Anyway, so yeah, VIX all-time high. A day, the high of the day. And the advanced decline line, look over my head. I'll change this to the minute drawing. And you can see stocks just been going down. The advanced decline line, I should say, more stocks are being declining than, well, it's going down. More stocks are up than they are down, but it's that ratio is moving down, so that's not good. And that's generally, though, what happens if the market's going to pop 245 points out the hole. That's normal, but we have to see what it is. The only thing I think that's concerning is this VIX. The VIX on a day like today, should not be positive, okay? It just shouldn't. People's buying puts. Remove old drawings. Can I get rid of that? I just suck at a clear drawing set. There we go. Yeah, the VIX should be going down. Should be down huge on a day like this, and but it's not. It's going up. And right here, if you look here, that's yesterday. That's when the Fed meeting came out. So it took a tumble down, and it went down. And I was like, okay, the VIX. And that made me go, okay. These people want to bring this market long. And I thought about putting on some long positions, like just buying a call or something. And I could have, because I would have made money this morning, but now it's coming back up, and the VIX is still at 15. It's low, but it's not all time low. It's not like 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 14 going on 15. That's crazy. To be at all-time highs and the VIX is 15, that's just not right. You see, everything just is not, it doesn't feel like a good all-time high. A good all-time high, the VIX is low, okay? And people, you stress to people, you want to buy puts, VIX is low, it's cheap protection, it's high. It's not that high, but it's high. It's not that low, let's put it that way. So it just makes it seem crazy. It doesn't seem right. Tesla. I haven't pulled that up in a while. I just saw it over there, my little watch list in the red. Looks like it could be a good time to short. Look at that weekly candle. Just not developing good. Tomorrow, see what happens. It kind of came up. It's, you would figure it would get back to this range here and then drop. But it looks like from here to here, it's kind of like a 50% retracement. and then maybe it goes back down. I don't know. Anyway, that's it, man. So that's my intention. Let's end it with the SPX, and that's still creeping lower. I'm gonna just wait for the weekly candle, see what that's like. I'm definitely looking to get in on Monday or Tuesday, regardless. Well, as long as it's above the high, and it just seems wrong. When I say, yeah, it just seems wrong, but I got to do it. I'm probably going to be a sucker. A sucker is going to be all over my head. But you never know. You know, the ABC movement, you know, let's say this is A, right? A to B. See that craziness? And then this short-term pullback, B to C. And then maybe C to D. Maybe, so basically, maybe this this run from December 24th to May 1st, maybe it's just putting on the same type of run, right? You know, so let's see, A to B, 1. But it looks more like this, and then maybe this is a new, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking that's the only positive thing I can see that might happen. But if you would say that, that's crazy. There's no way it's going up there like that. It'll be way up here. And I'm just trying to think, and I say it in my videos, don't think about the economic conditions or any fundamentals, just look at the chart. But I can't help it. It's just in there. I know what's going on out there. You know, I was like, no way it could be here. No, can't be here. It's crazy. So I got to dismiss that. And that's what's been making me just mess up lately. Like that candle, I'm looking at it right. That weekly candle was so huge, man. Right there. Gosh. That is, I mean, look, if you look back, well, you don't see one like this, like it's an outside day. I'm looking back for an outside week, I should say. I see some candles that size, but and those are pretty strong. You know, on a monthly, well, I can't do yearly. I wish I can, because I think when Trump became president, it was outside year, and that was strong. I was like, yeah, I was like, stocks go. You know, that was beautiful. An outside year. I mean, so and sure enough, the market started ripping. Then it kind of came back. But yes, okay, the SPX is still going down, and you know where we at. The Dow is only up 182. Started up 250 today, and oh, this was a trade I was trying to get into today. Let's talk about Disney real quick, and I'll go ahead and end it. And I was so pissed. Let me pull up I was gonna sell the 140. See, it's way up here. No, maybe I'll do the hourly. I was gonna sell the 147, 148. So way up here, right? 147, 148 in that range for like a 16%, for 16 cents. Okay, so if you do 16 divided by 84, the risk is 19%. And I was gonna sell about 20 of those things, and Disney just started. I'm doing the math. I'm trying to figure out it's a good trade, like calculator and all that stuff. And if you look at the minute, let's bring up the minute, because this is where I was doing it, right in here. And I'm like, oh man, I think I was even gonna, and I was like, oh shoot, this is great. I'm getting in there. And it was just dropping. You know, so it went from like 140, 150 to 140, and I missed the trade. That trade, instead of 19, when it got down to here, when I was trying to execute, it was already at 14. And I thought that was going to be a pretty damn good trade. I couldn't get in fast enough, you know, because look at that, Disney's just looking toppy. I just don't see it just ripping another $5-6. And it was one of the first stocks to go into the red today. So, man, that was the trade I was getting to, and I canceled it. I wanted the 20-something%. I think it was like 15 days even. So short term, because I think if the market does continue high, I think we go sideways for a little bit. If it does, even though I still think it's going to go lower, but on the case that it does, because, you know, the market made me a believer. It made me a believer now. I'm trying to find my weeklies. Where's it? Where did it go? Oh, shoot. Daily? There we go. It made me a believer. So, oh, let me go back to the SPX. Sorry, y'all. So, yeah, I just don't think it busts through and keeps going at an 80-degree ascent into the air. Like, just take off. Maybe it'll start that 45-degree and 20-degree or sideways action, consolidate right here and then blow, or break down, but this is, since it made me a believer, I'm going to say it's going up, and I think it'll go sideways and then go up. Kind of like it did just a couple of days ago, a few days. You bring up the daily. We had a few days right in there of consolidation. Clear this out, get that right in there. That was your pullback, which was about 3 days, nothing. And it was really telling because the market wasn't going down. When it doesn't go down, it means it wants to go up. It's that simple. Because the market will go down. It's easy to go down, right? You make all the money on the downside. Just bing. It go down easy. So when the market don't want to go down, it means it wants to go up, and that's what was happening there. One thing that did make me want to get in because of the Fed, it was just too much headline risk. So I waited. Boom, we got, the Fed said what it was going to do, and I was surprised about the pop before the Fed. That just seems weird. It's just. A big ass pop before the Fed. Nobody knows what he's gonna say, or did it? Did it leak? Did his speech or what it was gonna say leak? So jumped up, and yesterday was kind of muted, believe it or not. I guess because of the day before, and then today is the Fed celebration of 200 such and such points. And now maybe everybody's saying, wait a minute, man, wait a minute. Look at the VIX. VIX is still at the high today. This market may turn and might be one of those days. Look at the candle that it is forming on the daily. An upside down hammer and a jump. That's called, I gotta get that. So when it gaps up and then it forms that upside down hammer, that's called something, hanging man, shooting star, something like that. Anyway, that would be a bearish candle. Okay, so yeah, that right there, let me see, let's pull, what did I say? Shooting star candle. See what that looks like. Is that it? Did I get it right? Yeah, there it is. See, yeah, that's kind of a shooting star. I'm looking at these images. Like that one, see, it goes up, but it kind of gapped up here because it opens here, right? And let me see. Now, what was that other one I said? A hanging man? Let me see what that looks like. Hanging man. Because I get them. Yeah, okay. Hanging man is the hammer at the top. Okay. So this one is a shooting star candle. And that's what is developing. And that's bearish. Okay. So you don't want that. So let's see if it could not form that kind of candle. But if it drags down and it's not a hammer, then it's not a shooting star. It'll be, I guess, just a negative, a red candle. So because it might come down. As long as it's not hammerish. But here it is. All right, so let me end it. Look at the Disney. I was so mad. That was the trade I want. And I want in Disney, okay? I want in Disney for the long term. I wanted to fill this gap right here. I mean, this gap is just insane. It came down. It popped up. That was a crazy gap. And it went straight up. It went from 130 to 140, basically. And then it just came down. It came down to 130. It didn't even get near the gap. And now it's up. It reached an all-time high a couple days ago. And I wanted to get in here. If we can get into this 120, oh, that would be beautiful. Beautiful. It may be, man. Maybe. Utilities, real quick. What's the utility? XLU? Yes, utilities at all-time high. Not today. It's down today. I was gonna say, utilities being up, not a good sign. Not a good sign. Yeah, just looking at AT&T. Anyway, all right. So there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and yeah, thanks for watching, man. So that's what I'm gonna do. See what happens on Monday, and crazy rally. Dow's down 182, up 182. Sorry, and we see what happens. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you, Cashmatic, man, and Life Like I, of course, and everybody else, man. Check out. If this is your first time watching, like the video. Check out the other videos. I do this every day. Do it live, and you can get in, and we can talk about what you want to talk about. And yeah, and put it in the comments. Let me know how I'm doing. Tweet it out, share it out, Facebook it out, Instagram it out, do all of that stuff. Let others know what I do over here. And, oh man, that'll be love. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you, and I see ya tomorrow. Hopefully. Okay, next week and a half is gonna be a little iffy about me being on here, but so far I've been doing pretty good. Been on here every day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.